Okay. Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to Talking Business with Emel and Ian. This is part two of our two-part discussion on development. The episode before this one, we were talking about business development, and today we're going to explore project development using some examples from some of our past and current projects to try to help communicate how um, uh, what we learned when it comes to putting our ideas to the process to develop them and recommendations on what that process is. So, with me as usual is my co-host Ian. Say hi, Ian.
Hello.
What's happening with you? I see you currently in your car, driving around Burbank, heading home.
That's about right. No time wasted, baby.
So as you can
If I
see,
have to wait an hour and a half to get home, we might as well make it productive.
yes. So, yeah, from time to time, we're just going to do what we have to do, being that we were working and our time schedules conflict. So, sometimes we'll be together live, which the next upcoming episodes will probably be because they're a little bit more physical and madcap and creative. And we'll
Say
actually,
mad crap? What?
yes, but we'll actually be doing stuff in the next episodes other than just talking about stuff. So, just a recap. Ian, what do you remember from our last conversation?
Well, it was also in the car. And the basis is you need to plan, son.
Most definitely, yes. Yeah, we discussed. We went through a lot of steps on basically where I touched upon again where ideas come from, being that activities and things that you know, encouraging doing hobbies, doing activities, finding the thing that you love well enough to get to know and do because you'll be spending an inordinate amount of time doing this job for very little reward. So if you love
And the
what you
importance of passion. That was the big part.
yes, passion was one of the main ingredients of what we were discussing in the last time. Once you find something that you're passionate about, you're pretty much ready. You have the main ingredient to starting your business. But what we didn't touch upon is the individual development of projects, the actual idea itself. We're kind of talking about the encasing, the structuring of structuring your business around the idea, but not the actual development of the idea itself and putting that through its paces. So, what we will once again, giving all credit is due, one of the books that I got from school, um, which is the Business Startup Kit, which I highly recommend. Again, we'll have links and stuff to all of the our resources will be in the comment section, not the comment section, but the description. And right now, we're going to talk about the two different things that your business can be, whether it be a product or a service. And um, let's see what the book says. So I'm going to be reading from chapter 4. Ian, please um, feel free to interject. But
Or, I interjected there, yeah.
here's what they suggest when it comes to planning for your service. Planning for your service. Service businesses must provide their service, whatever it is, efficiently, quickly, affordably, and affably. It's a tall order. If you're opening a veterinary clinic, for example, your office has to set appointments that you'll be able to keep on time, provide a bright and cheery atmosphere, offer valuable and affordable services, and have a staff that is friendly and knowledgeable. If you think about it, that's essentially the same prescription for success for any service business. The
Any
first,
service.
the first step is systemization. You need to set up procedures and processes that will be followed every time for every customer or client.
Yeah. We can't stress how important that is because if you're not consistent, your clientele will know. And the big thing is the more consistent you are, the more you're bankable. The more bankable you are, the more people feel like they should go to you regardless of the circumstance. And that's how you beat out your competition.
Correct.
It's being reliable and being comfortable.
Okay. I'm sure you'll agree with the next part as well, which he suggests one should begin with your computer system. There's a lot of specialty software out there aimed at different sorts of businesses. You can bet that someone somewhere has created a program for a veterinary office that allows them to take appointments, track animals, and create bills. The vet needs to find the program just as you need to find a program for your service business. These programs are the first critical step toward professionally producing your service. Beyond computers, training is essential to producing a winning service business. All employees have to be on the same page with a common understanding of what is expected of them and where the business is headed. Most employees today want to do more than just put in their time and take home a paycheck. They want to feel they are part of something important that that their work makes a difference. Your job,
100% true.
okay, your job is to help them feel that way. Let them know your vision for the business and for them. Go ahead, sir.
I was saying it's about personal investment, right? So you can have a job that pays decent and that treats you well, for that matter. But if you're not personally invested, it's just like your business. When you don't have passion, you'll hit a moment where you won't be motivated to do anything or to do whatever it is that you're being employed and paid for. And if you don't have investment, you won't be able to overcome that doldrum that you're in. Okay. And then that affects your work quality, and eventually, once your employer finds out and sees that the quality has diminished, it can lead to you no longer working for that employer.
Gotcha.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah. And one of the things that we cannot stress enough is essentially everything that we're telling you right now is just going to be the precursor for you writing your business plan. Having a proper plan for your company. Having a proper plan for your company is essential for your survival of the company. Just to have ideas of what you're going to be doing in the short term and the long term, you got to have a vision that if you cannot communicate with any of your staff and make them see where you're going, it could be in your head as clear as day, but if there's not procedures in place to copy it and recreate what's in your head to fit your vision, miscommunication, circumstances, and all that sort of thing you won't be able to meet those challenges, and things usually fall apart. So we stress highly.
Without control, your business suffers.
Correct. So here's a suggestion that they made that I also agree with is you might consider coming up with a mission statement for your business that you all agree on. Many small businesses have a mission statement prominently displayed in the office to which the employees often pay lip service. But great service business get their employees to actually buy into that mission and believe in it. When employees don't understand what the business is about, or they are forced to heed some maxim on a plaque, or they neither buy into nor believe is true, morale suffers. Your thoughts?
It's very true.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody has worked somewhere that has a cheesy saying. If you've ever worked in production, it's usually something about 100% on-time delivery, 100% quality. And then you laugh because you know that you have like a 10 to 20% scrap rate. It's impossible. It's things that people say that sound good. They're really wonderful buzzwords, but you have to be able to get past the buzzword and get into the actual heart and mind of your employees so that they take in what they're doing. And that's why the hiring process is really important too. That way you can screen people and see what their motivations are for.
Breaking up a little bit. All right, didn't get the last part.
I blame that on growth. I was saying that that's actually a really important part of like the hiring process.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can see what people's motivations are when you hire them, other than I need some money.
Yes. You definitely need to be around people who is motivated with the same passion as you. Like-minded passion is some of the greatest energy to be around, and especially when it's creative. it makes your
Like that.
experience. What happened?
Oh, my phone fell.
It makes the experience much less painful when everybody is in it together and on the same wavelength. Morale is something that should be protected and um, observed as carefully. You do not want to have unmotivated workers. Ian, I believe you were telling me about some suffrages of what happens when morale is low, what brain drain and stuff like that. Could you speak of that a little bit?
Um, I mean, well, basically, whenever morale is low, right, then you can't push your employees to meet the actual thing that you want them to do. And what happens is you're not feeling it, the morale's low, then you have the thought, well, why don't I go work somewhere else? What am I really meant to be doing? Do I really want to be here? And once your employees start asking those kind of questions, they're detached from everything that they're doing where they are. So it's super important to keep morale good. And I mean, good companies at least, spend huge amounts of their budgets to make sure morale's good.
Mm.
Usually that's like work perks, so maybe movie tickets, or they'll do a luncheon or something. They'll do something to tell employees that you're more than just an employee to me. I appreciate you.
Mm. Gotcha.
I mean, I worked for companies that gave, backpacks and jackets and T-shirts and fun days and ice cream day and pizza day, and we pay for lunch day and Thanksgiving and holiday dinners, all that stuff. Those are all things that in reality don't benefit a company financially just in them happening, but they greatly improve morale, which makes your employees work better and makes everything flow better.
Productivity is important. Um,
Super important.
Yeah.
Most companies, you're only getting maximum 80% productivity out of your employees.
It's impossible to go higher, apparently.
Well, people have to be motivated to do more than the basic requirement.
Yeah, but other than ownership, you're not going to provide the same amount of motivation as an employer. So 80% sounds about right. There's always going to be that one. There's going to always be that one bit of incentive that an employee will never be able to reach. So it's almost, unless you find just a special person who's dedicated to it, that usually go beyond 80%.
Yeah, so you special.
All right, moving on. The next thing that is suggested is good communication. Beyond having a shared mission, the smart employer will also be a great communicator. Good communication could entail a quarterly state of the company report to employees, encouraging them to give suggestions or ask questions, or one-on-one meetings with employees devoted to career goals.
Super important. And most modern companies, once you get of a certain size, you do annual reviews. Really good companies do quarterly reviews just to get a pulse on their employees and how they feel about stuff.
We're doing weekly meetings, so well, yeah. They're weekly. They might not come out on a weekly basis, but we have been shooting these on a weekly basis. So forgive us for upkeep again. Getting the editing done and everything, we've run into a couple of issues, and we're just trying to come up with a system which we can pump everything out. Corrupted audio. Ooh, indeed. But we're trying to be here for you to give you the information that you need to succeed, like we hope to, which we plan to. Planning is important, and this is how we intend to do it. So the final thing that is suggested is the final thing that you can do to create a great service business is properly reward your employees for providing superior service. Rewards can take many forms, but the most obvious are compensation, profit sharing, and benefits. Less evident rewards can also make a difference. A gift certificate, a luncheon to honor employees. This is just what you were talking about.
Like I just talked about.